To the sea, and in ancient Hawaii, the families living within that ahupua'a should be able to gather everything they need from that land division. Here at Kualoa Ranch, we have 3 ahupua'a that make up our 4,000 acres. We have one to our south, very beautiful, called Hakipu'u. I'm very blessed to have grown up there, still get to live there today. This afternoon, family, so I'm going to be taking you to visit Ka'a'ava Valley. Ka'a'ava, also known as Jurassic Valley, and we're going to return back here to Kualoa. Kualoa means long back, and in the Hawaiian language, in addition to the literal translation, there are sometimes symbolic meanings. For words, Kualoa has 2. One makes reference to the long back of an evil lizard who legendarily lived on the mountains beside us. At the end of our time together, I'll share that Hawaiian legend with you. Any human contact till the arrival of the Polynesian voyagers in their sailing canoes. They brought with them both the plants and animals they would need to survive on these remote islands, and I'll share a bit about all of them with you, most of them anyway. Less than 250 years ago, the arrival of Captain Cook and the Western sailors. They unfortunately brought with them diseases to which Hawaiians had no immunity. Shortly after their arrival, many Hawaiians fell ill, many passed on. 1828, the arrival of Mehemet III. In 1850, that king allowed the physician to purchase this first parcel of Kualoa, and the family began by growing sugar. Families were rolling up on our first Hollywood display. This is a big gate from Jurassic World, and our first dinosaurs. I happen to know they're pretty hungry. You didn't have breakfast or lunch because these hungry dinosaurs to our community and our Kualoa Grown Farmers Market. December 7th, 1941, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Little known to many folks, a few moments before the bombs fell on the ships, the Japanese bombed 2 other military installations on this island. One just south of us across Kaneohe, the other in central Oahu. Martial law ensued and the lands of Kualoa were seized by the military to build a runway. Artillery was limited to only 15 miles, but 15 miles is beyond the horizon. Let's share a little bit of World War II with you. Thank you, families, for following me. Families, this is a photograph of that large gun. You'll see it has a big shield around it. That was to protect the 6 men it took to operate it. If you look down below, you'll see 6 men with their heads right next to that gun inside of that shield. Not good for their ears. This facility had 2 guns. We've just entered at gun number 1. You'll be walking the horseshoe and exiting at gun number 2. The scene done here is of a mule train. These mules are all carrying big bags of money with the men leading them. And in this scene, one of the mules falls off the side of the mountain. with his big bags of money. Looks like he falls 1,000 feet in the Andes with his bags of money. But not to worry, families. No mules were harmed in a town called Haleiwa. Haleiwa has a special little shop named Matsumoto's, and there they make a unique Hawaiian treat. It's called shave ice. Give us a little chee-hoo if you have tried shave ice. Nobody tried shave ice? Oh my, well you have to try it. It's very delicious. You're going to get the deluxe one that has ice cream on the bottom of the rainbow snow cone, and then it's drizzled over the top with sweetened condensed milk. As I said, very delicious. I'd like to teach you the Hawaiian word for delicious. Everybody say, oh no. My goodness, you guys are kind of not very excitable here. Hawaiian shave ice is going to taste, oh no. Common Hawaiian word, everybody uses it here. I taught it to you. We're going to use it a bit on our tour today. I'm going to take you on a swing through the diversified agriculture section of Kualoa Valley. Here I'm going to share with you some of the products we grow to help feed our communities, and also a little bit about those canoe plants I mentioned earlier. These are the plants the original Hawaiians brought with them when they migrated up to these remote islands as the first humans to set foot here. About 2,000 years ago, they didn't find much to eat. There were no land mammals on the islands, and all the native plants didn't give much nutrition for humans, so they traveled back to their homelands in the stick. Lilikoi margarita. To our right are our laying hens. Each hen will lay 6 to 8 eggs a week. We have brown eggs and white eggs. And to our left, the trees. These are cacao, pods of cacao, the beginning to chocolate. Across the street to your right, we have more papayas and bananas. You don't know this about papayas, they're very good for your digestion. Yeah. Papayas help you make a smooth morning constitution. In our shade house up here, you'll see some raised red beds. This uses our piggery substrate to grow herbs and spices for a restaurant. The cactus will give us dragon fruit in the summer. The bottom of the field to our left, and in that scene it's being stampeded by Gallimimus dinosaurs. The Jurassic series started 33 years ago with the release of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park primarily filmed on our island of Kauai. But in 1992, before the filming was completed, Kauai was hit directly with a Category 4 hurricane. That hurricane devastated the island of Kauai. So Spielberg and his crew came to this island of Oahu, and lucky for us, to this valley. And in this exact field, they did a very famous shot from a mini-series with Apple TV titled Chief of War. Chief of War is set in Hawaii, 1790 to about 1810, and the story is of the unification of the Hawaiian Islands under one king. Now, before the Western sailors came to Hawaii, each island had a chief, and for the ancient Hawaiians, that was fine for them. But once the Western world knew about Hawaii, we needed to be a sovereign kingdom under one king. So this mini-series is the story of that unification. Now, Jason Momoa, not only just an actor, he was also the writer and executive director on this one. They did of 100 mama cows and their babies. These babies began to be born on the New Year's Day, and they've continued being born until about the end of this month. So they're anywhere from 4 breed again. So this black one here, he's I'll just say he's trying to get a little action here. That's one of the bulls. There's 2 more over here to your right. So they're making the next generation of babies there. They're watching to see how lucky that guy gets, I guess. Anyway, Jason Momoa, as I said, a pet project of his, Chief of War. He was an actor, writer, and executive director. This is from Kong Skull Island. This is where Samuel L. Jackson and his crew got into the altercation with the skull crawlers. Families, this will be our second stop today. Couple things I'd like to ask here. The bones are all made out of styrofoam. They're pretty fragile. I'm going to ask that you please don't pick them up. Please. The legendary gold. Finish off our Longhorn story. After that 50-year Kapu law was lifted, well, by that time those cattle had reproduced quite a bit. Because nobody could touch them, they got very bold and very wild. They were knocking down the hale of the Hawaiian people and eating their crops. So the king at that time, he sent a bomb on Mexico. He brought to the islands the vaqueros. Vaqueros, these are the Mexican cowboys. They came here to our islands. They taught the Hawaiians how to rope, ride, and manage the cattle. Hawaiians got very good at it. To this day, we still call the Hawaiian cowboy Kualoa. The word Kualoa is the Hawaiianization of the word Espanol. Espanol, language the vaqueros spoke. Coming up on our left, families, you'll see an altar. This is called an ahu. It's a stone altar, and on top of it is a pig's head. In ancient Hawaii, these symbols would mark the border between land divisions. While we're on this side of the ahu, we're in Ka'aha. Once we pass the ahu, we have returned to Kualoa. Beautiful view across Kaneohe Bay. If you glance across the bay to the left, you'll see a turtle-shaped mountain. That mountain's name is Mokapu. December 7th, 1941, this is where the first bombs fell that began World War II. At that time, Mokapu had a naval facility with a permanent runway, so the intent of the Japanese was to bomb all the airplanes on this side of the island before they crossed over the mountain to the ships at Pearl Harbor. Hawaiians held in very high regard